Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Welcome to your reading. This is the reading for January 30th through February 5th. And February 5th, we have a full moon that is happening in Leo. And I believe Leo also got the card of the soul glimpse. They came with two other cards, and yours did too. We're going to actually get into this because it's so powerful. What's happening here. Oh, wow. But give me a second because I want to focus on what I'm getting here. There's wow, Cappy. Overall energy, Wheel of Fortune. You being in balance turns that wheel in your favor. Out of balance, not so much. Okay? So you are driving your own bus right now. Really can't ask for more than this. So you have here the card of the soul glimpse. See how that third eye is all lit up? And then came the knowingness, third eye. And then came the pathways. So I'm not going to bother to read these two because I feel like it's very clear that you are going to receive downloads and insights, especially with the energy of this full moon coming through, or you are receiving them already. I also think this has a lot to do with Venus in Pisces right now, and then Saturn moving into Pisces, because that energy is really going to open up some portals for you. And because Saturn in Pisces, I think, really opens up this pathway. And so Venus this week, next couple of weeks, she's given us that glimpse into that energy. And then as she moves on, and that's when Saturn falls right behind. And those two just had a conjunction recently. And since Saturn rules your sign, this feels very powerful and promising. It is in the energy of choice, though, Capricorn. You get to choose whether or not you want to pay attention to the downloads and the insights you're getting that will open up this pathway. So this is very intellectual, but the pathways come through the heart area. And speaking of the heart area, you have the soul glimpse card here that's lit up. This is using your heart, which has its own, it has brain cells. It has its own brain cells. You have a small brain that resides in the heart. That's an actual physical 3D thing. That's not esoteric. That's been proven. Okay, and so this connects in with that heart-mind connection that allows us to really tap our intuition based on how things feel. And so it becomes really important. So you are unfolding your wings and going beyond your physical existence and awakening to your magnificent divine aspect. You are aware, let me say that again. You are an aware spark of consciousness living in a unique earthly experience. Your human self is encouraged to bravely listen, to discover the whispers of your soul as this journey through life. The essence of a soul, your soul, is eternal and whole and divine, and it is deeply implanted within. Your acceptance of your divine nature encourages merging with going beyond the time-space continuum. In this process, you receive a glimpse of your soul, the pathway to enlightenment, and that is in the heart space, the pathway to enlightenment. Shine in the center of your being, for you are in a powerful time of spiritual awakening, a soul's glimpse. And here, the key is the Strength card. It is that full moon in Leo. It's a portal. This week has a portal energy with that 2-2, February 2nd. And I think this is a portal that's very important. It allows you to step out onto this path. And so you are in this portal energy that is really being activated for you because your time is ripe, is what they're saying. So you had the South Node go through your sign, and then it went through Sagittarius, which was your integration part, and then the activation part was with it is when it's right now. It's in Scorpio, and that's wrapping up. And so now you go from the activation to the integration. This is where you are really integrating what you've been activated. This is the moving things forward phase. And so that Cancer Capricorn axis is really because of this, the nodal axis. It's really right now for the next couple of years. It's prime time for you. It's time to step up. Everything will cycle through. You can't stay at the top. Like the wheel is always turning. But right now you're at the top. So get things moving in the way that you want them to go. All right. Well, so here in how do you transform the situation, we have the Tower and the Ace of Cups. Something speaks to you through your heart space that shifts the dynamics this week. Well, this year, okay. Okay, we'll go with that. You're having a Tower moment. And Tower just means that things that don't serve fall away. They're brought down, and it's being brought down by this desire, this passion, this something in your heart that is calling you to create. Because we have the Queen of Wands in the heart space. Create your own magic, create your own destiny. This is divine feminine energy. The obstacle, Capricorn, interestingly enough, has been the divine masculine energy. Even though you are an earth sign, and earth signs are very much related to the energy of the feminine, the divine feminine energy. But when you're in Capricorn, though, there's always this need to push forward and to take the steps and to take the action. And it is the father of the zodiacal wheel there. And so this divine masculine energy has been holding you in place. And they're saying, no, get yourself grounded, right? You're an earth sign. And know that from the center of your passion, what excites you, what lights you up, that's where you create from. Not from the leadership role, but from the creative role. You're a feminine energy. Whether you identify as a divine feminine energy or not, everybody has both in them. But the water signs and the earth signs are more feminine energies, and the fire and the air are more masculine energies. And they're asking you to remember who you are. And so there's this merging of the softness with the strength, the lion and the lamb, bringing together the pieces of both of you, leaning into that feminine energy. This lion here is not a masculine energy. It's depicted as a feminine energy. And so it's a merging of these energies and really leaning into the divine feminine energy and you create the change with that full moon. You choose. You can choose to not do this. It's your choice. No one's going to force you, but the energy is open to you. The portal is available to you. And so where you've been seeking knowledge, we have this Eight of Wands, but all the lights are pointing in the same direction. And so it's like, what is the target? What is the dream? What is the goal? What is the desire? And they're saying, go into your heart space and you will know. You will know. It'll be a deep knowing. And all the regrets of the past, the things that didn't work out the way you wanted to, you have to let them go. Don't let them slow you down. Don't let them block your energy. There's a need, when you release with that full moon, by the way, the moon is going to be conjunct Uranus and Taurus, which is to me this Tower card. Really opens up the energy. And in that energy, let go of all the regrets of the past to allow yourself to move forward. Because really, it is the moon and the sun energy, right? The opposition of them. And so this opens up this area, this space to release into. Work toward having it all, the Ten of Pentacles. Work toward having it all. And so with this energy today, there's going to be a shift this week. You have this Hanged Man, a different perspective, seeing things from a different point of view that allows you to connect in with their soul purpose. The soul purpose. There's the sun. Here's the moon. That's how you get to the full moon. So focusing on creating the Four of Wands, that sense of stability, joy, happiness, connectiveness, what it is that you came here to do, knowing that you're coming home to yourself, that's what's on offer this week. If you're willing and brave enough, there is definitely a need to be brave enough to step through that portal and say, I want to make this change for myself. It means something to me. Oh, you're so on fire. Fire can do two things, right? It's a fire sign, Leo. And that's where that full moon is happening. And fire does so many things, right? Fire can rage out of control and be completely destructive, or it can be a controlled burn that releases and renews. So if a controlled burn in a field in the fall will allow the seeds to fall into the ground that has new carbon added to it from the fire, right? The nitrogen and the carbon get in there and they feed the seed. In the spring, everything comes up green and new. So Native American cultures would use controlled burns to burn a part of the prairie in the fall so that they knew where the bison would come in the spring to graze so that they could hunt the bison. And so you can use fire for you and control it, or it can rage out of control and harm you. So had they tried to do the controlled burns in the heat of the summer, then it might have raced out of control and destroyed everything, right? So there's a timing aspect with it. So you can either have the debate, the rage, the revolution energy come up. The tower can create that. Or using the energy of the water. The controlled burns either in the spring, because honestly, my brother did. Set the neighbor's pasture on fire, but it was spring and it was able to be controlled. And everything turned green. So it's about the emotional energy, controlling the rage, controlling the fire, controlling the passion. And if you do that, you get this. You get the card of the Burning Man. And that is the collective power, supreme prayers, Three of Cups, it's celebration. It's an opportunity to get to here. The Ten of Pentacles having it all. So, making a big change in your life is coming. I really think so. The question is, right? She's hanging over the waters there. Are you doing it from the emotional vantage point of this brings me joy? I'm passionate about this. I'm excited about this. Not I'm really mad and take this job and shove it. But no, I want to go do this because it's something that's exciting, new, and interesting to me. And so I'm leaving this job. There's a difference. So whatever's motivating you is what's important. It's the strength and the courage to step out of the comfort zone, but doing it in a very peaceful manner, in a controlled burn. And that's the energy of Gemini. So this is at the beginning of the week. So I think something is brewing early. They already know what it is. It's a chance to be very productive, with your passion and your desire and your interest to really create and manifest for yourself a change. I think it culminates at the end of the week. I think there's something really big coming your way. But this is portal energy. That is during that portal time, right? And so we're in it. When the moon is in Cancer, which opposes your sign, that means it balances your sign. You have go the extra mile. It is an elephant. An elephant is a herd animal. An elephant is, they don't leave anyone behind. They don't. So it isn't scorched earth policy with an elephant at all. they are helpful, and you know, their ears are in the shape of hearts. So again, let's go back to that heart-centered behavior. Their trunks, they use their trunks to feel their way through, they sense through them. So again, it's their intuition. Are you sensing your way forward? And they're very protective. I'm getting a very protective energy out of this. So I feel like you are safe and protected through this change, the shift that you want to make. And I feel like you're making it because you're making it not just for yourself, but for some kind of a community. Whether this is you going in and having a conversation with your boss about working conditions because it's for the benefit of everybody, or whether you're working on an idea, a side hustle or something that benefits more than one person, you know, because you have a really great idea you're passionate about and you think it'll really help other people. Or it could be that there's a situation around your children or your family or something, and you're like, we need to make a change in the community, and you feel strong enough about it that you're willing to do the work. Capricorn generally is. But there's a knowingness that you're on the right path that comes in this week. So it comes in through the heart space. And it's supposed to make you happy. It's supposed to make you happy. Throat chakra, you are living poetry. When you are authentic and truthful and in alignment with who you are at the core of your being, then you seem to move through life with ease. There's a poetry to it. There's a rhythm to it. There's a cyclical nature to it that all seems to flow. And right now, when Saturn gets into Pisces, that will be poetry in motion. You will be poetry in motion. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. Look, I want you to see how much that looks like this. There is a need for you to do something that is meaningful in your heart. Look how happy she is creating whatever she's creating. Do something. Create something. Start this week on something that truly fills up your heart. You will know you're on the right path because it feels good. What a powerful reading, Capricorn. All right, I'm on Facebook every day. Your full moon video comes out on Friday, so keep an eye out for that. You guys, go out there and create something magnificent this week. And I don't want you to think the magnificent thing that you might create is simply making the choice that it would be better for my family if I were to work from home or stay home, right? I don't want you to think it has to be some big world-changing thing. It's something that changes your world and those around you, okay? So I feel like sometimes people think that they're supposed to do something so much bigger, and they forget how important when you nurture and you care in a smaller group, then they spread out and it has a rippling effect. So don't belittle or discount what you're doing based on the size of the group that it's impacting. It's important that it brings you joy and happiness, whatever it is. All right? You guys take great care. See you back here next week.